All right, what's up, guys? So I'm gonna walk you guys through how I make my product pages. This is just a super simple version of my product pages. This is like my go-to layout. These always convert super well. They're super easy to make. So for this, I'm using Pagefly. Pagefly is a Shopify app. You can get it in the Shopify App Store. If you're not familiar with it, it's a super good app. I use this to make majority of my websites. So usually where I like to start out is I'll go ahead and throw in two columns. So in this column right here, I'll put product picture, change it to custom product. All right. And then over here, I'll go ahead and throw in the product title, product name. Oh. All right, so what I just dragged over there was like a clickable one. So when you press it, it takes you to the product page, but this is already a product page, so you don't need to put that one. So you can just put the regular one. I usually use those when I'm adding the product to the home page. All right, so then you come over here, change it to match your font. You can put this one as bold. All right, change it to match the color of your website. Change the font size. Fix the padding. All right, then from here, I go ahead and I throw in another 2-column row. Throw it right in there. And then here is where I add kind of like the stars, like the reviews. So you just come in here, you grab an icon, just throw the icon in there. Change the color to yellow, add a little bit of an orange tint to it, so that way the contrast between the white background and the yellow stands out more. I change the size of it. I usually do like between 15 and 20. 15 looks too small right now, so let's do like 20. 20 should be good. All right, and then I just duplicate it 5 times because all our products are 5 stars. All right, so boom. Then you're gonna select the row and make sure the row is centered. All right, and you can adjust it. And then here on this column, you go ahead and just add a heading. And on this heading, get rid of the padding. Change the font style, put it to regular. 100 plus. Drag it over here, and then this was gonna happen to you. So in order to fix this, what you gotta do is you gotta fix the column spacing. So you come here, you fix that. If it's still doing it, then just drag it out a little more. All right. All right, so you can see there's like an ugly space there. So what you can do, you can go to styling, use the margin to fix that. So just put negative like 20 and 40. Oh, yeah. All right, so you see that's already looking good. And then from there, I'm gonna go ahead and I throw in a divider. This is not gonna be perfect. This is just like a super quick overview how I do this. Throw in a divider in there. Throw in the price, product price. Okay, match it up. So a quicker way to do it, you can just copy the style of it. Change the size, make it a little bit smaller. 25, 22. 22 is good. Alright, so you can see there's a little bit of too much space right there, so I'm gonna come in here, fix the padding up a little bit, like 10. Alright, that looks good. I like that. Alright, oh, I actually skipped something. So what you're gonna do for this, what I usually do, add 2 columns, throw this into a column, and then on this column you're gonna put a quantity selector. So you come over here, look for quantity. I like this one. It's my go-to one. Custom product, select hand massager. All right, same thing you did over here. Oh, all right. And this you gotta match it up to the font too. And if you want to be extra like me, sometimes what I do is I change the border to match the aesthetic of the website. So in this case, I'm not really gonna do it, but in case you want to know how to do it, you can come here, you add a border to it. You can play with the width. I usually do between 1 and 2. Radius 4 is good, and then you can change the color. So if I want the color of it to match, the picture over here, you can change that. But I'm just gonna stick with having like a light gray one. Maybe change the thickness of it. Put 1. All right, so that looks pretty good. All right, so then next we're gonna go ahead and throw in the add to cart button, product add to cart. I like to throw one with a little emoji on it. All right, assign the product. Change the color. Fix the font. Let's do something like bold. And I like to put the text pretty big just so it can stand out. It's looking pretty good. And then a little trick that I noticed to help with conversion rate, I always put the price of the product on the button. So for this one, it's $74.99. All right, this helps with conversion rates, believe it or not. So you go ahead, you put a product price on there. So it's already looking pretty good. And then something else that I like to throw in, just add that little extra bit of pizzazz. You feel me? All right, remove the padding, probably put like 5. Pop-ins, regular. Throw an icon in there. So for the icon, this is basically going to be kind of like our trust badge. Shield. Change the color of this. Change it to green. Put this to 15. As you can see, it's already coming together pretty nice. So then here, and also if you do have variants for your products, I always throw the variants right above the add to cart. Just kind of have the flow. All right, how many do you want? This is how much it is. How many do you want? All right, now which one do you want? All right, now here, this way you press to get it. Just kind of trying to think like the consumer, think about where their mind is at, how they think when they're purchasing and all this stuff. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and throw in another divider in there. Oh, throw it right there. And then this area right here, this is a great place to just, you can do one of two things down here. All right, so you can kind of just add like what can I call it, like something about your store, like that you do free shipping or however much your shipping is. Put your shipping times here. They both convert pretty good. Or you can put like just an overview, a really quick overview of what the product is. Usually I put stuff about the store here, so I'll put like come here, go to, where is it at, heading. So I'll just do something like this usually. Come here, put a check mark. All right, change the color. So it's like free 10 day shipping, and kind of something like this. 100%. I always put guarantee wrong. I don't know how I did that. 100% money back guarantee. Whatever. Yeah, just kind of shit like that right there. All right, and then boom. So then what I do down here, now I add my sections, another element. So I add another 2-column row. Bam. Now my thought process on when I'm making a product page, all right, I try to think like a consumer. All right, so if I'm buying this, let's say I got a hand problem, right? First, like you just kind of think what questions are going to come to the consumer's mind when they're on this product page, right? So maybe one of the first questions that might come to their mind is, all right, I got X problem. will it solve X problem? So you want to specifically mention which problem is it solving. So let's say, what was it, carpal tunnel syndrome. This product helps treat carpal tunnel syndrome, right? So let's say somebody with carpal tunnel syndrome comes on this website. Probably one of their first questions is like, all right, I have, what is this, CTS. All right, I have CTS. Will this treat my CTS, and how will it treat my CTS? All right, and so that's probably one of the first questions. So what you want to do is you want to address these questions. You want to try to think all the questions that these people are going to have, and you want to address these questions. All right, so right here, you can go ahead and throw in a picture. Image or GIF. GIFs work good too. Let's see what pictures I got. Alright, so this is a good one here. Go ahead, add your heading. Alright, we're already at 11 minutes. I'm trying to think of like how to word this. So obviously, I take more time than like when it comes to the copy and all this stuff, but so I'm just gonna go over. I'm not gonna put too much emphasis on this. So you can just put whatever. All right, go ahead, change this, put the size down, change it to semi-bold, medium. All right, then you come down here, and then boom, you got another section. Layout, boom, another section. All right, I use that to kind of like one picture here, one picture there, one picture here, one picture there. Alright. Throw in another picture over here. Maybe throw in a GIF. So usually like this don't look good to me. Alright. So it's too plain. I don't like the quality of the GIF. So in order to enhance that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a border. Put that border the same color as my website. Oh. Alright, make it a little thicker, so maybe like 8 thick. Over here to like 15. See, that looks a lot better. All right. So then I kind of repeat this. I'll probably put like 3 rows of this. Just kind of going over all the product features and stuff like that. And something I left out over here too is I usually like to throw in one of these. Some people think it's scammy, but I've noticed that this helps a lot with conversion rates. So throwing kind of one of these like as seen on or whatever, these kind of help too. And then one last thing, throw in a section right here. All right, fix the padding so there's not too much spacing. Fix the padding over here. Maybe underline this. No. Underline. All right, so now we're gonna make this scroll to a section. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead out our FAQ section. So where I do my FAQs is, where is it? Accordion. There we go. All right, so now I use one of these for my FAQ. Can't really see it too good, so let me add another layer. All right. All right, the background. Change the text color. Change the font. And then boom, this is where you add your FAQs. Come here, add a heading in here. Change the font. And then this is where you add your FAQs. So then what you would do is, so this is second to last section. So then you come here. Make it scroll to the second to last section. Save. So what's gonna happen now when you press this, it'll take them all the way, it'll scroll slowly all the way down to here so they can see all the content in the middle as well, and then they can get their questions answered right away. So here's where you address more specific questions, you go more into depth in the answer and stuff like that. So one thing to keep in mind is that when people are on websites, they don't really read, they scan. So you want to make your website very easily scannable. How you can do this is, by using bullet points, check marks, stuff like that, using large text, and just make it scannable, make it brief. You don't want to go too much into depth. You don't want to make it too wordy and stuff like that. You want to have pictures that answer some of their questions as well. You just gotta think like a consumer. Make it really easy, make it really seamless for them. And so yeah, this is kind of how I lay out my product pages. Obviously, it's not fully done. It's not 100%. I didn't do the copy. I didn't put a lot of effort. But I just kind of want to come in here and just show you guys kind of how I do the layout. This is the most important part right here, up here. This is what really helps with the conversion rates. So I pretty much just gave you guys a sauce on how to really do your product pages and get really high conversion rates on them. So yeah, guys, peace out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want me to post more videos like this.